Dennis here at Capital Training and Shoeing. I'm going to work with this filly. She hadn't been here very long, and she come in kind of high energy and just bothered by new surroundings. So I'd bring her up here and let her stand tied, from time to time, and just let her get okay with herself. Those horses that are of a fleeting mindset, they seem like they're not comfortable with themselves, so they're always looking out for something to run from instead of having enough self-confidence to be quiet and be good with themselves. So I'm going to take her in the pen here and do some groundwork with her, and let's see how it goes. You can tell she's pretty anxious there being tied up, and that's the purpose behind leaving one tied up, is so that they can find out that it's futile to use that kind of energy. They're not gaining anything from it. So this filly hasn't had much handling. She's had a lot of petting. She's had a lot of kindness. Been taken care of well. But probably what has happened is we've got a horse here that has got a good deal of trust in a person, that a person won't hurt you. See, stuff like that is to me is unacceptable, but I just wanted you to see what I'm dealing with. When they trust you, but they don't respect you, this is what they do. See her pushing on me? So she's just coming into me. She's coming into me for me to protect her. So I'll go out here and get where I've got some room. That's one of the main reasons that I carry something with me most of the time is not to use on the horse. It is to be able to create enough energy that we can get them to move their feet when when I ask them to move, because that is how I establish respect in a horse, is to get them to move their feet away. If I just move this thing and she just raises her head up like that, or moves her head and don't get it down to her feet, then I'd better off to not move it at all, because all I'm going to do there is get her head shy. But watch here. When I get it, and I keep going until she moves her feet, and then I quit. The instant that foot steps, then you see the quietness come down. So that's an important point right there. She let me come up in there, and she wasn't making any plans of moving. I noticed that when I lead her, she likes to get ahead of me, so I'll deal with that right here. See, she's just walking on, and she's looking out. So I'm going to turn here and create a good deal of energy towards her hip. The reason I do that is I don't pull her around. She'll do it again. She'll get up there ahead of me. That rope and send her out of there. If I pull her around, I lose the benefit of what I'm doing here. And she's just kind of walking around right now, doing her own thing, looking around. This is the energy level that I'm talking about, that I want to deal with. When I stop, she should stop. She kept going. Let her find a place to get stopped there. I'm gonna just do that a little bit here right now. Just walk around. She should stay right beside me when I'm leading her. Not paying attention to stuff on the ground, not paying attention to what's going on out there, but stay right beside me. When I stop, she should stop. She went on by, so I raised the energy up when she went by. And here's how that works is she wasn't paying any attention to me, and the energy that burst of energy that I put behind her when she went by caused her to look back at the energy. So she knows that she caused that to happen. So it's her way of getting that energy to not be there, which she doesn't like. I don't blame her, I don't like it either. But her way of getting that energy to stop is to stay here where she can see me. Her only role up here right now is to keep track of me. That's what respect looks like. And that came in just from what we were just talking about. That is worthy of a touch, a soothing touch, some time. She's got a choice right now. She can stand here and be quiet, or she can air her head off again and start bringing that energy back into play, which is unacceptable. If you want to stay safe, it's unacceptable. So, nothing wrong with a horse having high energy. I love it in a horse. And the reason that I do is, I always say that the thing that makes a horse easy is the thing that makes it difficult. And that is, a horse with high energy is probably going to be real light. It ain't going to take much to move her. Where I'm kind of a numb, lethargic acting horse that you can't hardly get him to jump, he's going to be heavy to move, and he's going to be harder to get to train, you know, because you don't have that willing forward motion. So that's what I'm getting at here with her, is that this is not a bad thing at all. It's a good thing. Very nice. No need to just, right there, she should have moved that shoulder over. So when she didn't move her shoulder right there, that's when I got busy with that energy. When I step up here, she needs to be making plans of moving her feet. She isn't. Now this thing isn't her enemy, even though she might think it is. So I'm gonna pet her with it, because basically all this flag is an extension of my hand. So I'm gonna spend some time just petting her, letting her know that this thing isn't the problem at all. Pushing on me over here, when I started walking, when her feet got moving, she started looking around for a monster. So I'm just standing right here beside her. I'm paying attention where she's at. I like the fact that I'll move her over here so you can see. She should be moving there. I want her to stay that far away from me when I'm leading her. So if some kind of a horse-eating rabbit or something shows up here that scares her into thinking she's got to run to save her life, I'm not in the way of getting run over. If you let one of these rascals hang out right here real close to you, they feel better, but you ain't gonna feel better when he runs over the top of you. So that's what I'm out here right now, just establishing that respect boundary level. Right there. As soon as I step in, went through the boundary right there, so I got her back. Now that time, when she moved away with too much enthusiasm. She was gonna leave. So I stopped it and let her come back. Nothing ever stays the same. Every minute is a brand new minute, and all you can deal with is what's in front of you at the moment. She should be coming on around me here now. This is why that I talk about so much that leading the horse, and how you lead the horse is, every time you lead that horse is an opportunity to build a better relationship with that horse, or it's an opportunity to let that relationship deteriorate, one of the two. So hopefully that's what you saw in this video, was how to establish respect in a quiet way. Let these high energy horses get okay with themselves, and find a way to feel good on the inside. When you get a horse to feel good on the inside, by that I mean they feel comfortable, they feel protected, they feel like they don't have to defend themselves, then they can relax. So this is how I establish that with them, is just paying attention to what they're thinking about, where they're looking, how they're acting, and address what I'm seeing in the moment. And most importantly is, when they do the right thing, let them know they've done the right thing by doing nothing and being just as quiet as I can be. Thank you very much.